don't enter one chance, I swear, oh, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Who be that? I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close at the film. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Nani bonye na agwọ anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ simile nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpeta mazụ nye ha sọgụtụtara nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise mma mma dịrị gị Chineke mma mma dịrị gị Chineke.
Never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb. Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazin Namdekan. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazin Namdekan.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, Why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this? Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of unknown government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is Nwapota, Simon Ekpa is Ekperima, Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, the BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you be a terrorist is oh Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. Iti boribos. Iti pataka. Everywhere. Get yourself educated, you say no. Go to school, you say no.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. I appreciate everyone who has connected on this evening section. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining from. I welcome you, I appreciate you, and I thank you for being part of the crew. Wherever you are, please like and share the program. Invite someone to join us. Don't watch the program alone. Make sure you invite somebody to join in this program. Try as much as you can to make sure that you invite someone. This program is for us. It is for all of us, and we will continue to make impact. We have chosen our own path to speak and give Biafra a voice. So no matter what they do, no matter how they try to do it, we must never give up. Do not give up. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, no matter what they say, do not listen to them. No matter the challenges, no matter the attack, no matter what the enemies are doing on a daily basis to distract us, say no to distraction. I welcome everyone that have joined today. If you are joining from Biafra land, I appreciate you. You are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand. You are joining from Russia, from China. You are joining from Israel. Wherever you are joining us from, I welcome you to this amazing program. And I say, Nechukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of us that have been part of this program. I have to remind you once again that in our platform here, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. All we do in this platform is to preach the gospel of Biafra. to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, to continue to encourage the Biafran people. In this our evening section, the link is there. If you have a contribution to make, question to ask in regards to Biafra, if you have any question to ask us in connection with Biafra, feel free to join and ask the question. If you have a contribution to make in our quest for Biafra, join and make your contribution. If you have a superior argument, you have some line of thought that you believe is the best, we don't know what we are doing, come and prove it to us. Bring your argument to us. We are going to listen to you and we'll deal with it. Our main purpose here is to expose the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafrans. That is the charge we have taken upon, and we will continue to expose them. All we are doing here is to expose the Janjaweed, the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafran people. We expose it in this platform, and we will continue to expose them. No matter how they try to hide, no matter how they try to hide, they can never hide the truth. The more they continue to hide, the more we expose them. We will make sure that we bring them to light. Wherever you are watching from, I welcome you. In this very evening program, if you look at the topic there, you will see the topic I wrote there. It says, Nigeria is falling apart. Nigeria is falling apart. The zoological republic called Nigeria is falling apart. Only unity can save Biafrans from total annihilation. Only unity can save Biafrans from total annihilation. Nigeria is falling apart. Only unity can save Biafra from total annihilation. If you disagree with me, you have the right to join. Click the link there. Once you click the link, I'm going to see you and I will bring you up. The zoological republic of Nigeria is falling apart. Only unity will save us, the Biafran people, from annihilation. Unity is very important at this point in time. Don't ever forget that. A lot is happening, my beloved brothers and sisters, and continue to happen. One of the major concerns we have today is our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who has put his life on the line for us, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, a man who sacrificed his career for you and I. These two are our major concern today, while we continue the quest for Biafra. You know, when I was speaking about the concern in the shifting of the date of the court of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from 10th of October to 26th of September, Friday. When I was voicing my concern, I told you we cannot trust these people. I told you that we cannot believe in these people. I told you that whatever Nigerian government does, they have a reason why they do that. My fellow Biafrans, this is the time for us to unify, unite together, and continue to increase the battle, increase our voice. This is one beautiful thing that Mazi Simon Ekpa did. But today, he has left that responsibility in our hand, in your hand, in my hand. But from all indication, we didn't learn anything from Mazi Simon Ekpa. It seems we did not learn anything. Each time when there's a report on the health of Mazen Nandekano, or when there's a concern from Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Ekpa will step the game. He will step up the game. He will make Nigeria uncomfortable for all the politicians, more especially politicians in Biafra land. That has been the strategy. And it was working very well. Anytime Mazen Nandekano raises concern, you find out that Mazen Simon Ekpa will step up every single thing he's doing. He will increase the force. He will increase everything to the highest level, to an extent that politicians will begin to demand for the freedom of Mazen Nandekano. Politicians will begin to confront Nigerian government. But today, they have succeeded in taking Mazen Simon Ekpa away from us. And today, they have captured us. Remember when Mazen Simon Ekpa said that it is not because of him. They want to take him out so that they can get to us. That it is not just because of him. He's living far away in Finland, comfortably. They want to take him out because of you, because of me. That was why Mazen Simon Ekpa was taken out. Because of what he was doing for Mazen Nandekano. Because of the pressure he was mounting, the awareness he was creating in the world about the case of Mazen Nandekano. That was why Nigerian government have to spend everything they have, including going bankrupt, to see that they stop Mazen Simon Ekpa. And today you keep silent. That means you have accepted defeat. You don't add your voice anymore. In as much as they say that Mazen Nandekano is coming to court on Friday, 26th, a lot is not adding up. Just as I was complaining, about 4 hours ago, Sahara Reporters made a tweet, which I'm going to share here. And when you see that tweet, if you are not concerned, it means you are not human, or you're not following up what is going on. I want to show you the tweet that was made by Sahara Reporters 4 hours ago. You can see the tweet there. You can see the tweet that was made by Sahara Reporters 4 hours ago. And I want you to read that tweet and see what is written there. This is from Sahara Reporters. This is from Sahara Reporters. And I want you to look at what was written in there. The report says, Nnamdi Kanu writes DSS. Seek urgent medical attention as health worsens in detention. Are you not concerned? Do you see that even though they told you that Mazen Nandekano is coming to court on Friday, some hours ago, Mazen Nandekano is still voicing concern. His health is failing him. He's in a very critical condition. Mazen Nandekano writes the DSS. Seek urgent medical attention as health worsens in detention. This was not the first one. The first one, he wrote a letter through his lawyer, which the lawyer came and read to the public. This is another one. 4 hours ago, 4 hours ago. This tweet was made 4 hours ago by Sahara Reporters. That Mazen Nandekano writes DSS. Seek urgent medical attention as health worsens in detention. I told you that whatever Nigeria does, you don't trust it. When you listen to the former message of Mazen Nandekano, the message he sent through the lawyer, which the lawyer read out, I played it here. You will understand when Mazen Nandekano complained of taking his blood more than 50 times for a test, and they never gave me a result. You also see the concern and complaint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made about being poisoned in Kenya before he was brought to Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned in Kenya before he was brought to Nigeria, and Nigerian government is very much aware because they planned it. This is one of the reasons they have restricted the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for going for medical treatment all this while. They are waiting to allow the poison to eat up his body, then before they can able to release him. So that maybe it might be very, very difficult to be treated. If you are not worried, now you begin to understand when we say the Zoological Republic of Nigeria cannot be trusted. But with this information coming out, you still see some Biafrans that have time to go and gossip. You will still see so many Biafrans. Instead of creating this awareness and tell the world what is going on to their leader, they will still be busy gossiping and talking nonsense. Those that call themselves the Department of Saboteurs, instead of them to be crying out in all platforms, making moves to show that something is really happening, they will not do so. But I bet you, if it was to be Mazi Simon Ekpa, if Mazi Simon Ekpa were to be with us, and Mazi Simon Ekpa hear this complaint from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will never be silent. Never. If he cannot do anything, he will create a seat at home. Because seat at home is one of the things that once they hear it, they become restless. Once the politicians hear, oh, there will be seat at home, they become restless, including Nigerian government, because they know what they lose. But today, even with this report, the internet is cold. People are not outraged. Biafrans and non-Biafrans are watching. Now you understand why I said that we must continue to make the campaign of the mass protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on October 1st. Under no condition should we walk away from that mass protest. We must continue to speak about it. Nigerian government is a very criminal government. They are very good in manipulating. And they are already doing their manipulation, even as we speak, to make sure they distract the Biafran people from the real thing. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can still be protesting about his health 4 hours ago, even though they have told him he is coming to court on Friday, he's still concerned about his health. He's not moved because he knows whom he's dealing with. You also should be concerned. I told you, whenever Nigeria make a move, they don't do it because it is the right thing to do. They do it for their own selfish interest. Nigeria do not do anything because it's the lawful thing to do. No. Whatever they do, it is always for their own interest. To protect their wickedness, to protect and hide the atrocities they are committing against the innocent people. So wherever you are, use your platform and continue to call for that mass protest. Continue to call for that mass protest on the 1st of October. Don't relax, don't relent. Mazi Simon Ekpa said the same thing, that we must not stop doing what we are doing until we get what we want. One of the strategies of the zoo is to play those pranks and make you feel that everything is all right. Make you feel that everything is okay. And then, when you lose your guard, they will strike. We will never, ever be confused. We will never, ever be deceived. All well-meaning people, including Nigerians, who has conscience and feel that they can stand with Biafran people. Every single one of them, do not forget this very call. Do not forget this very call for protest of the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget it. Don't say because Nigeria have announced a close date to release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and because of that, you forget what you are supposed to do. Don't. If you do that, you are shooting yourself on the leg. Wherever you are as a Biafran. If you try to do that, you are shooting yourself on the leg. So wherever you are, you must know that this call for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for the freedom of man, must continue. Don't say because they brought the date closer. And my most concern today is the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The complaint he's making is not ordinary. The accusation of poisoning him is real. It is not a joke. So once again, I will allow us to hear the call for protest to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty. With the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week, we all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. It is rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander. The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by shooting Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely. Why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that's why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It is not a regional protest. It is not a tribal protest. But it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling on all Nigerians with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, from Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on very that black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Racket president, I know you have the platform, and I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You have heard the speech of this, our brother from the north. Just as I always say, some of us will be concerned and suspicious about the call for the protest. Every one of us is. But at the same time, both the negative publicity and positive publicity are all useful. At this particular point in time, they are all useful. And every advantage, we must turn it to our own advantage. Every disadvantage, we will turn it to our own advantage. That is why I mostly look at the advantage of issues instead of focusing on the disadvantage. The disunity among us today is one of the things that is making it almost impossible for us to forge one front to confront this enemy and end it once and for all. Nigeria is falling apart. It is not a mere word. It is not a prophecy. It is the truth. Nigeria is falling apart. And the only thing a wise person will do today is to begin to arrange yourself, organize yourself, put yourself and your things together. Because only a tree that will hear that they want to cut it and it will still remain in the same place. Apart from that, even animals, when they suspect a move around themselves, they bail themselves on the ground. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I want you to understand that this so-called one Nigeria is not for you. It is not for you. They have made it impossible for you to succeed or have a voice in Nigeria. And they have succeeded in planting hate among brothers and brothers, sisters and sisters. Today, most of us today are fighting our major battle within ourselves. Most of us take ourselves as the major battle and they ignore the enemies. It is heartbreaking. There are some people, you go to their platform, from Monday till Monday, all the program they have is about themselves, their own brother, their own sister, castigating them. They don't care. How long are we going to continue to do that? How long are we going to continue to give our freedom to strangers to control? My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, I will urge every one of you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama to tighten your belts. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa needs you now more than ever. Hold your peace. Only unity can save us from annihilation. If you like, agree. If you don't like, don't agree. Time shall tell. The only thing you have to do is to pray that you will be alive to tell the story. Just pray that you will be alive to tell the story. But you see what is going on? Only unity can give us advantage over the Janjaweed, over this contraption. Only unity. If we are not united, they will continue to win. They will continue to distract. They will continue to delay. We have all it takes to take our freedom and run with it. But why is it that people are not doing what they are supposed to do? Why is it that people are not paying attention? Why? My fellow Biafrans, have you ever asked yourself, what is the only solution to Nigerian crisis? It's a question. What do you think is the solution to Nigerian crisis? Is it to continue with one Nigeria? Is it to restructure? Is it total disintegration? Biafra and others free? Or you are not sure? You are the undecided ones. Sometimes when you sit within yourself, you ask these questions. You ask this question because there are questions that demand an answer. What is the only solution to Nigerian crisis? The only solution to Nigerian crisis is disintegration. Disintegration is the only solution. There is nothing else anybody can do. They can continue to push their lies and propaganda. They can continue to deceive themselves. But I bet you, one thing is sure. The truth will always win. The truth will always win. The danger ahead of us is so much. There are so much misinformation out there. A whole lot of distractions. But we will never give up. We will never ever give up. Today we are concerned with the health of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. As we know that the Zoological Republic is failing. They are not going to settle their failed country with the life of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is impossible. They will not settle their madness with the life of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We will not accept the peace of the graveyard from the Janjaweed. We will not accept the peace of the graveyard from the Janjaweed. Never, ever. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to sincerely, if you are a Biafran, begin to think of a way out. And that's number one way out we have to begin to think about is how to unify ourselves and speak in one voice. How can we rally around and speak in one voice? It's only when we start speaking in one voice that we can have impact. We can only make impact when we start speaking in one voice. When we start speaking in one voice, we can make impact. But if you reject freedom, you reject unity. In fact, if you reject unity, you are rejecting freedom. If you reject unity, you are rejecting freedom. Because I don't see how you're going to make it. The greatest weapon we can use to liberate ourselves is unity. Once we are united, we are speaking in one voice, in one tone, everything will fall in place. Everything will fall in place. Do not be deceived. Do not be distracted. This is the time we are supposed to intensify everything we are doing. But instead of that, you see everybody sitting back watching. I tell you, and I tell you again, this moment reminds me so much about Master Simon Eber. This moment makes me shed tears about Master Simon Eber. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is dying in detention, and everybody is sitting, watching. Some of them will come and say, if anything happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, okay, you are waiting for something to happen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before you act, right? You are waiting for something to happen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before you act. Is that what you're waiting for? Is that not foolish? Is that not foolishness? You say, oh, here's something. If anything happens to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, heaven will fall. You are just wasting your time. Why are you waiting for something to happen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before you take action? Why? Can you just explain to me? Those of you who are waiting for something to happen before you take action, can you just explain to me why you are waiting for something to happen to Mazen Nandekano before you act? Our spirit of Mazen Nandekano is a gift to Biafra people. He's our leader. A man with the templates, a man who laid the strong foundation. Today, even his disciple is nowhere to be found. The absence of his disciple has caused much more damage. All the Biafrans can do is to sit back and watch. Wherever you are as a Biafran, it is high time every one of us get busy. More especially in exposing the Zoological Republic and their evil. We must intensify in the pursuit of our newborn nation. Very soon we are going to see Friday. Whatever be the outcome of the case on Friday, do not shake. Do not change from what you are doing. Because already, even if Mazen Nandekano is released on Saturday, I will be much more suspicious because of his complaint. But I pray that he's released so that we can be able to see what we can do to rescue his health. Because it is obvious that Nigeria has poisoned Mazen Nandekano. They are poisoning him and they are allowing him to die slowly. But Chukwu Okike Abiama will not allow them. As for poisoning Mazen Nandekano, it is no longer a suspicion. It's not a suspicion. This is a fact. It is a fact. And Mazen Nandekano himself is aware. That is why in the letter he gave to his lawyers to read, they made it clear that standing trial is not a problem. Mazen Nandekano said he doesn't want pity from anybody. It's not about being pity. Don't pity him. All you need to do is to follow the law. Follow the rule of law. That is all he's asking for. Mazen Nandekano is not asking for pity from anybody. All he's asking is that you follow the law and do what the law says. But the lawless country, Nigeria, will never, ever abide by law. Nigeria will never, has never abided by law. But the hearts-breaking part is the international communities, they know this fact and they continue to support Nigeria in this very evil path. They continue to promote Nigeria in this very evil path. My fellow brothers and sisters, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, I want you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. What is happening today? Is it normal? How are we going to take ourselves away from this poverty and penury? How are we going to remove ourselves from this caliphate? If you're not concerned, you better be concerned now. The question that will decide our very survival today is, pay attention. The question that will decide our very survival today is, can we survive in a Nigeria built on lies? How can we survive in a Nigeria built on lies? A Nigeria built on oppression. A Nigeria built in destruction. How can we survive in it? How can we survive in it? Every one of us as Biafrans, you must wake up from your sleep, wake up from your slumber, and begin to think right. The destructive diversity of Nigeria can only be overcome if we are united. the destructive diversity of Nigeria, this zoological republic, can only be overcome when we are united and we are speaking in one voice. I want you to look around you. Look around you. Look in the zoological republic. Look into the zoo from your spirit. What do you see? What do you see? What we see in the zoological republic is divided voices. And it has infected our liberation. What we hear today in the liberation of Biafra is divided voices. Is it not yet time for us to unite and forge a unified front? Why the divided voices? Why are we so divided? Why? Why are some voices silent? Some voices are silent, more especially the politicians and those that call themselves for Hanese and do hin and down. Why are they silent? Why is the politician silent? Even when Mazin Nanikan is crying out for his health is failing. He's losing his life. He has been poisoned. Up to today, there has not been anybody from Biafra that was able to confront the government and say something at least. You can imagine a protest that is being called is called by somebody who is not a Biafran. They have used fear to terrorize everybody that nobody wants to identify with Biafra anymore. Nobody wants to identify with Biafra. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, we are not alone. Chukwu Okike Abịama is with us. Chukwu Okike Abịama is with us. That is why we must continue to move and forge ahead. To get out of this entity called One Nigeria. There is nothing one about Nigeria. There's nothing whatsoever one about Nigeria. The only thing that Nigeria has is chains. The chain that he has used to chain everybody that identifies with it. That is the only thing that he has. But I bet you today, without unity, it will almost be impossible for us to set ourselves free from this chain. Without unity, taking ourselves away from this chain will be almost impossible. My fellow Biafrans, we must not lose our guard. With unity, we can rise and win. With unity, Nigeria cannot stand the Biafran people. There's no basis, there's no bound the person. If we are united, we can move mountain, we can fight any battle, and we will win. It is not just fight. If we are united, we can go to any war, fight, come back successful. My fellow Biafrans, we need unity. With unity, we rise. And the only road to survival for the Biafran people and for every indigenous person in Nigeria, the only road for survival is disintegration. Disintegration. Disintegration of the failed state, Nigeria. That country, that state must be disintegrated. That is the only solution. It must be disintegrated. Anyone that cares about human life, you care about humanity, you care about nature, it is time to add your voice. It is time to join us. It is time to speak up. Do not allow anyone to confuse you. Do not allow anyone to distract you. Continue to speak in your own platform. Pray for Biafra. Pray for all our leaders. Pray for those who are defending the land. Those that have given their life and they commit themselves on defending the land of Biafra. Continue to pray for them. Continue to remember them in your prayers. Continue to commit them in the hand of Chukwukabia. That the plans of the enemy will never succeed in their lives. The manipulation of the enemy will never succeed in their lives. Wherever you are watching this program from, you have a responsibility to share this program to other people. You have the responsibility to join in this evangelism. It is not for me alone. It's not for Mazen Nandekano alone. It's not for Mazen Simon alone. This is a sacrifice that every one of us will be part of. If you are one of those who enjoy saga, good luck. Continue to listen to your saga. By the time you finish your saga and come back, your entire family is gone. Your entire generation is gone. You are those who are good in antagonizing their own brother and sister. You are busy chasing popularity. You are busy commanding and controlling. Continue. By the time you realize yourself, everything that has to do with you is gone and gone forever. The enemies we are facing are not playing. They are not joking. The enemies we are facing, they are not joking. They are not smiling. They have invested billions to tie us to this very terrorist country. The West cannot imagine what they are to lose. They want to continue to siphon important things from the country, to steal our oil. That is the game of stealing. That is the game that every one of them is into. They are challenging each other who can steal most. The stealing that is going on in Africa, that is why they will not support us. That is why they will not say anything. But wherever you are as a Biafran, you should never give up. Don't give up. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, do not give up. We will continue to fight this battle until we get to our destination. We will never give up. The battle is not easy. It is a very tough one. It is a very tough battle. But are we going to chicken away? No. We will not run away from this battle. No matter what they do, we will not run away from this battle. We are going to face it. And we are going to fight it. We are going to face it and we are going to fight it. No matter what you see today, as a fellow Biafran, a concerned citizen, don't give up. The challenges are much. The journey is not easy. I understand. The journey is not easy. I'm not coming here to tell you that everything is roses. No. I know. I know very well that the battle we are embarking in is not an easy one. But are we going to run away because of that? Not at all. Are we going to run away because of the battle ahead? No, we will not run away. Are we going to run away because of the accusations? We will not run away. Are we going to stop doing what we are supposed to do because of the accusations? No, we will not. They hate us because of whom we are. They hate us because of our success. They hate us because of our achievement. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much they hate us. They will not control our future. Our future remains in our own hand. Our future remains in our own hand. And we will make it what we want it to be. Don't you ever think that your enemy is going to let you go without a fight. It won't happen. The enemy will never allow you to go without a fight. Are you ready for that warfare? Are you ready to put up a fight? That is the question. Are you ready to put up a fight? Are you ready to put up a fight? If you're not ready to put up a fight, you better prepare yourself now and be ready. Prepare yourself. It is time for us to save ourselves. We have saved others in the past. We have done everything that needs to be done in the past for others, to save other people. But this time, we need to save ourselves. This time, we need to fight for ourselves. Nigeria has failed. Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is no more. So if you think there is something you can do to rescue Nigeria, you're wasting your time. You are wasting your time. The only thing that remains today is Biafra. And the only thing that can be rescued today is Biafra. There's nothing else you can rescue. The only thing that can remedy today is Biafra. Biafra is the only remedy. There is no other remedy out there. There's nothing else to be offered you out there. Biafra remains the only remedy. Before we go on from this program, I want us to listen to this message again. This message is about people applying practical solutions to practical problems. Our situation in Nigeria today is a practical solution, is a practical problem, and we need to apply practical solution. Some of us call it a spiritual problem, but I don't believe it. We have gotten to a time where the spiritual have been conquered. Biafra have been delivered to us already. The battle of the spirit have been fought, and we won it. But when it comes to the practical solutions, that is where we are lacking. We need to go back to the drawing board, do our homework properly. Wherever you are as a Biafra, I want you to pay attention to this message of this our brother. The message is delivered in Igbo language. Listen to the message of this brother. Learn from it and put the word you will hear in this message in your life and apply it in this very journey of restoration of Biafra.
Going to the northern part of Nigeria.
I want you to put it. Nigeria is not a country anymore. And we speak and talk about it. Why we call for this integration, it is not because of hate. It is not because of our resources, not because we are too special, not because of anything, but because the zoo is not what existing the next second. The double standard, the marginalization, the debt, so many things that you look upon and you will not pray for Nigeria to still be available the next minute. I want us to listen to this message before we go to the
If
message
you're
of
going
the
to the northern part of Nigeria from Lagos, between Lagos and Lokoja, there are 40 custom checkpoints. 40. After Lokoja, all the way to Katsina, not one. Between Lagos, hear me again, between Lagos and Lokoja, 40 custom checkpoints. That is within the border of Nigeria. But once you have crossed Lokoja, not one until you will get to Katsina. And we are all in Nigeria. Let's be clear about something. I have never expected that the beneficiary of a crime would in some way turn around undetected and be the one to offer restitution. When you look at the hard facts, and that is the hard fact, it's verifiable. And I'm sure that there are several people who will be able to say whether I'm a liar by the time I am out of your studio this morning. 40 checkpoints, Lagos to Lokoja, Lokoja to Katsina, none. Now tell me, who gains from the destruction of our internal commerce? So it is difficult, very difficult, to begin to wrap one's brains around the inanities that are offered when we begin to point at real issues. That's just one, but it should illustrate a lot for anyone who is willing to look objectively. Nigeria and Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria. The average Nigerian has no problem with his neighbor. But our system is structured in a way, any system that allows what I just described to you cannot be said to be just. In a situation where you enter a government institution and you see the manifest and clear marginalization of vast parts of the same country, what you are seeing is the legitimization of internal colonialism or an apartheid system that we are being asked to legitimize by our silence. Is either you are benefiting from it and you then don't want to talk about it. Why would you want to change what is working for you? But if you are an Igbo man or a Yoruba man or anybody for that matter who has reason to transport your goods from Lagos up north, and you have to contend with the fact that between Lagos and Lokoja, you are going to find 40 checkpoints that you will not find one after Lokoja, then tell me, how do you explain to such a person that he has no need to be demanding a restructuring? He will demand that restructuring because he knows that if Nigeria is restructured, he will not see those custom checkpoints on the road.
You have had the illustration of this man. Even though I don't agree with most of the things he said, because his own line of thought, he is still a one Nigeria, but he made a critical revelation. Just the same thing we are saying. We are saying the same thing, but in different ways. In our own case, we have the solution with us. We are presenting a remedy. But in their own case, they point out the problem and they remain there. That is not who we are. For us, the Biafran people, when we see the problem, we identify it, we deal with it, and remove it completely. We identify a problem. For us, Biafran, we are there. Once we identify a problem, we make sure that that problem is dealt with. That is for us, Biafrans. That is the way we roll. That is where we handle our own matters. We are not like those who only identify the problem, but they don't have a solution. They identify the problem, but they don't have the balls to confront the solution. We are not like them.
They did not mention.
We are not like them. Our own case is different. And because our own case is different, we will never allow them to confuse us or deceive us. The only way forward for us, the Biafrans, as we have identified, is freedom and nothing more. All we ask is freedom. All we ask is self-determination. And it is our right.
Nigeria is the headquarters of corruption.
It is our right. That freedom is our right. It is not a privilege. Freedom is not a privilege. I always say it here again and again and again to remind you about it so that you don't forget. Because some of them, they make it seem as if it is a privilege. It is not. It is our right. Self-determination is our right. That is why when we are asking for self-determination, we ask for self-determination unapologetically. We talk about it unapologetically. That is how we talk about it. I want us to listen to this brother, what he had to say. You will understand where we are coming from and how far we have gone. And no matter what the enemies are throwing at us, we will never, ever surrender. I want you to pay attention. Let us hear to what this brother had to say. Let us hear the message he has. Let us hear the points he wants to make.
When Nnamdi Kanu talked about the presence of Fulani Janjaweeds in Nigeria, we thought he was just singing. We thought he was saying something possibly born out of the hatred of the Northerners or the Fulanis by the Igbos. But it's now becoming clear, because I am telling you sincerely, it's only the powerful, almighty Janjaweeds that can pull this thing that just happened recently in Katsina in regards negotiating with bandits, leaving them with their weapons fully intact, and at the same time even coming to make demands for schools, markets, and the rest of it. That is to say, we're still talking about Ruga Settlement Part 2. That is just it. Sincerely. And I'm telling you, the way it looks now, it seems this Fulani Janjaweeds have Janjaweed clerics, Janjaweed politicians. And funny enough, it's not even just all about being a Muslim or Islam. The fact is, even if you are a Muslim or not, I am telling you, even if you are a Muslim, as long as you are not of the Janjaweed family, I am telling you that means you are not even a Muslim. Because the way it looks now, the Janjaweed family actually is all about the radical explanation or definition of Muslim Islam, the way they understand it. I am telling you. And that is why they are able to render havoc on even Muslims themselves. And if you think what we are saying is not true, in the midst of all this kidnapping, tell me Fulanis that have been kidnapped and that they have demanded ransom for. Or tell me how many Fulani communities have been ravaged with these same people. And what is the argument? The argument, the initial reason for these such actions in the first place was based on the fact that they were attacked, a lot of their people were attacked. And I'm telling you, on what basis? On the basis that they enter people's farm and they finish their crops, most especially houses that are known to be predominantly farmers. All of a sudden, and let me tell you another attribute of these Janjaweeds. As far as these Janjaweeds are concerned, I'm telling you at the moment they don't even have a country. When you allow these Janjaweeds to establish their empire in any state, I am telling you, they invite all other Janjaweeds from all parts of the world. Get me wrong. Get me right. I'm not saying that all the Fulanis are bad in nature, but I am telling you that it seems there are Janjaweeds and they are all about an agenda. And the earlier everybody comes to this term, they come to term with this, the better for everybody. And to some certain extent, it may as well look as if the change always happen to be even the people keeping this man in detention for long. Because haven't seen a lot he has said. He seems to be a person that knows so much, which is actually troubling to them. I am telling you, and nothing more. Well, now, I just hope Nigerians will wake up to this and realize that there are people that are bent on destabilizing this country and ensuring that it doesn't progress and it doesn't grow. All they are all about is establishing their kingdom of radicality that can be spread to the world. That is how it looks at the moment.
You have heard the message. I cannot say it better than the way he did. I cannot preach it better than the way he did. This is a voice from the middle belt, coming from the middle belt. You know, when they talk, we seem as if it's only Biafrans that are concerned. But Chukwu Okike Abiama kept us in Nigeria for a reason, to give a voice to the voiceless. And that we have done. The message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not only wake up the people in Biafra land. He woke up the Oduduwa people, woke up the Middle Belters, he woke up the Northerners. But ironically today, the Biafrans are falling back to sleep. Some of us Biafrans are falling back to sleep. After all the job Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did, some of us Biafrans are going back to sleep. That is the truth. That is why you will open your platform only to insult and abuse your fellow Biafrans. That is why the only thing you know about is to castigate your brother and your sister, to analyze their videos. Because you have nothing to offer. You have forgotten about the janjaweed that is bent on destroying you. It doesn't really concern you anymore. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us the wisdom, knowledge to do what we are supposed to do when we are supposed to do it. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this evening section. We have done our little best, and we will continue to do, no matter the number of people. Even if it is only one person we have here, we will come twice every day. Don't worry. Time shall tell. Do your own part. I do my own part. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in the midst of more than 70 million Biafrans, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was looking for only 100 men. In the midst of 70 million, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was looking only for 100 men. So when you start your own program or you start your own thing and you see only 5 or 6, don't worry. Those are the people that made themselves available to be used by Chukwu Okike Abiama. So all you need to do, like and share, and we will continue. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect everyone that have been part of this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all our leaders. Thank you so much for being part of this program. See you tomorrow morning. We will continue to preach and preach for as long as we are alive. Thank you and stay blessed. Good night.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, I go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it out! I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It's very close and they feel when the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They don't even care, they don't even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. I don't man is workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collect in private. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they